It is time again for my Joy of Blue collab project share, and it is for the month of June. Hey guys, it's Beth. Welcome. Like I said, today is my project share for the Joy of Blue collaboration, which is hosted by Sarah over at Crafting Relaxing. And this is just a collaboration of crafters who are playing with the color blue every month. And so there'll be a list of participants in the description box below for you to check out to see what they made with the color blue. Anything goes for this collab as long as you're using the color blue. So I'm still playing with scraps, and I pulled in various colors to go along with the color blue. And so there is blue in every card, but it may be mixed with other colors as well. But I have 35 cards here, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on each card. But I will say that they are going to various donation sources. And I did use card sketches to kind of help me use up my scraps. And after playing with these blue scraps for 2 months, I finally feel like I've made a dent. So I will still probably be playing with scraps for July, but I'm finally making a noticeable dent in my scrap stash. So this is, I can't read exactly who it's from. It's from a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, Robin M. But it will be linked in the description box below for you if you're interested. But I liked it because it used strips. So like I said, I pulled in various colors to go with my blue. I also used up some blue embellishments that I made a couple months ago, and was trying to use some sentiments that I also had in my stash. This was a Smash Our Stash embellishment I made a few months ago, and then these butterflies were from Joy of Blue. I also printed out some sentiments to go. Some of these cards are going to go to the Ovaldi card drive that is hosted by Biddy Penny. And so I was trying to find some like comforting sentiments, and I printed some out from my silhouette. So the next sketch is Operation Right Home, sketch number 218. And this was another embellishment that I made a few months ago. I had some stamped images left from a Not Too Shabby design team project. Another flower that I had layered up from my Joy of Blue. So this one didn't have a sketch, but as part of Joy of Blue, I had made a bunch of popsicle die cuts a few months ago. And so I decided to pull those in, and then I used the sentiment "You're Cool," which is actually from the new Not Too Shabby Shop June stamp and die of the month. And I just liked it because you're cool with the whole popsicle theme. And some of my other cards are going to be going to either cards for hospitalized kids or cards for cubs. This is Mojo Monday, sketch number 554. And then some of my cards will also be going to cards for soldiers. It just kind of depends on the sentiment I used as to where they're going to be going. On these, I decided that even with some of the patterns I pulled in, they were a little on the plain side since I didn't have like a card mat to them. So I brought in like hearts or flowers just to embellish the squares. Again, just using scraps of cardstock, of pattern paper. This is Mojo Monday, sketch number 547. I also brought in some die cut sentiments that I had made a few months ago for Joy of Blue. And all of my cards do have either cardstock or pattern paper scraps on the inside. So really just focused on trying to use up scraps and some embellishments that I had made from scraps. And this is just from the Artful Stampers. It doesn't have like a specific number or anything. And so on these, I had they were scrap sheets, but they were almost full. Either that or I had a bunch of scraps. I don't remember at this point because I had cut these down last month, like right after I made the Joy of Blue video, and I had like wanted to continue playing with the blue scraps, and so I had cut down these for this card sketch, and I have a ton of these cards, so I had just cut down a bunch of this like blue and green dotted paper, and then just found some blue and green strips that would work. And then this month I came in and added the embellishments and, you know, the sentiments and everything. And so this is just another stamped, not too shabby stamp from a few months ago from a design team project. I had stamped a whole bunch of these critters, and then I just colored it up and then added the hearts. This one I actually turned horizontal because I wanted to use the word hello, and I didn't want it to go across the blue. And then added in some punched flowers from my stash, and then a layered flower that I had made for Joy of Blue a few months ago. Again, another layered flower that I had made, another layered flower. This is actually from some paints machine that I did last year. Finally using that up. Another layered flower. Then another flower that I had, layered flower I had in my stash. So really dug into not just scraps, but embellishments that I had made as well. And then the final sketch that I used is one of my favorites, Operation Right Home number 154, because after all of these, like I had created like some smaller scraps that I just wanted to use up. And so this one actually has this daisy kind of paper is actually a card, like a note card that someone sent me, and I really liked it, so I had cut it and saved it. And so I just kind of cut it down into the squares, and then I had a bigger strip left that I could use down here at the bottom. So these just use, this is just a great sketch to use up some of those smaller scraps. So 35 cards made from blue scraps as well as some other scraps, and like I said, finally made a dent. Felt good. Enjoyed playing with blue again this month. So again, please be sure to check out the description box below for the other collaboration participants. And thank you, Sarah, again for inspiring me to play with the color blue. I thank you all for your time today, and I hope you all have a very crafty day.